Oh, it's recording. Okay, I'm gonna be explaining my game Maze for a while. See if I can get to 3 hours. And I'll just post it as raw footage and see if I can strip the audio, enter it into Audacity, and release it as like 90 videos in or 2 minute intervals for fun. Yeah. Okay, let me just see where's the thing. Do I even know where my old binder used to be? No, I'll just read the electronic thing. Electronic number 2. Where is my binder? Normally in my backpack, but it's not there right now. Where did I think I completely took it out of my mind and put it in the box. This box or this box? Bunch of crumbs. I'm making a mess. I don't want to make a mess. I need a vacuum. I need to clean up. Clean up. Maybe it's in here. Yep. Why did I put it away? This one has clothes in it and a hard drive. I can see what's on this hard drive. This box is empty. Found it. Weird how it's in the empty box. Alright, let's see if I can find the stuff. So, last time I put a picture of my face on it. Yeah. Some pretty weird stuff. Yeah, got pretty far out with it. Alright, yeah, so I guess I'm going to read these 3 pages, but for that, I think I'm going to read the encounter template. Here we go. Encounters. Settings, structure. Okay. So, sometimes it can be fun to set your campaign or adventure in an apocalypse or an apocalyptic setting. Now, the apocalypse could have been caused by an alien invasion, a biological disaster, an asteroid. It could just be a religious judgment day, and that's why bad things are happening. Or there could have been a nuclear strike. Maybe it's the rise of the machines. Maybe we're being attacked by robots right now. Rogue planet, not sure what that means. Supernatural invasion, that sounds like Judgment Day again. So sometimes the things repeat. I need to create motivation for your characters. Uh, like greed, fear, revenge, needs, money, death, reoccurring characters, betrayal, tragedy, and choices. The structure will have choices in it, encounter variety, exciting events, which are paced very well. The pacing is great, it's just perfect. Uh, you need to engage your abilities to attack and defend in a role-playing style investigation. The sites and events take place in ruined structures, occupied structures, natural cavern complexes, sanctuaries, societies, depraved and both devout, ethnic, lawful, militant, savage, tribal, totalitarian. Exercise focus vocab list. Neck, shoulders, chest, arms, abs, butt, legs, calves, ankles. All these things are things you are going to be working on in the real world, or IRL as we'll say, while you are playing this paper-based role-playing game. My nose is actually crooked. Oh no. Is it crooked? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. That's fine. Wilderness. In the wilderness, you're going to find forest and trees. There might be forest fires that you'll need to stop while playing the game. There are mountains that have slopes and cliffs and chasms and rubble, and you're going to have to watch out for avalanches. Maybe you'll take shelter for the night in a cave while you're in the mountains. Uh, there's going to be different altitudes and attitudes, deserts, sand dunes, heat, aquatic, hills, marshes, plains, open plains. Urban setting, law enforcement, walls, castles, towers, structures, crowds, rooftops, sewers, houses, mansions, bowlies, bars, markets, theaters, stadiums, restaurants, harassment. You're going to get harassed by random people in urban settings. There could be animals, and that could be a problem. If there's an animal in an urban setting, it needs to be dealt with. What if you found a corpse and a murder just took place and you need to get to the bottom of it? Or what if there's a lost child and you need to help that child get home? What if a robbery is taking place? You need to stop the robbery. So the campaigns will have to deal with monarchy, tribal clan, feudalism, republic, majocracy, theocracy, corpocracy, tyranny, socialist, capitalist, cabalist, communist, utopia, dystopia, golden age, depression, eras, aftermath, generation O, dark ages, new world order. Okay, so just gonna go over some parts of the character creation real quick. You get points that you get to place in different things like equipment, points. Points is a thing. So it goes points, equipment, health, mobility, free running, reflex, melee skills, power attack, melee, defense, martial arts, magic, psychic, astral projection, cosmic flux, meta power, things like that. List of opposer types. 1. Aliens. Aliens have advanced technology, psionics, evolved psychics, possible flux sensitivity. The flux is, any being's ability to interact or communicate with all the naturally occurring energies in the realm or dimension they are in. And all beings have that innate ability. So that covers aliens. Now, the second thing you might be fighting are animated objects. Now, animated objects are usually animated by a wizard or something, so they can be dispelled. 3. Animals. Animals are melee fighters. They have touch-based combat, with few exceptions. Celestials. Celestials are always lawful good. Dragons. Dragons fly around and breathe fire or other elements, but they usually have a breath weapon. And fantasy races. Fantasy races use magic. Fiends. Fiends are chaotic evil. Fungi. Fungi cause infections. Giants. Larger sizes. Golems. Immune to magic and criticals. Elementals. Immune to criticals. Lycanthropes. Damage reduction, silver, and a beast mode. They transform into wolves or other animals. Mutants. Mutants have mutations and resist radiation. Mythological. Mythological creatures are limited by their definition or description by their creator. Plants. Plants are weak against fire. Oozes. Oozes resist physical damage. Robots. Robots are immune to mind-affecting abilities and are weak or vulnerable to electricity. Swarms. Auto damage and resist weapons. Undead. Undead are immune to mind control and immune to critical. Vehicles. Vehicles move very fast, have damage reduction, and heavy weapons. Now, the template encounters that we're going to be seeing usually fall under the guidelines of 1. Commander in troops, which is usually 1 elite and 4 soldiers, or 2. Double-line infantry and artillery. That's where you have a row of melee fighters and then a row of people with ranged weapons standing behind them. Battlefield control. Now that can be a little bit more difficult because they'll have a leader, a controller, and 4 minions. The leader will be barking out orders, while the controller will be using splash damage or area of effect attacks, where if you're in the, like throwing grenades and stuff, all the minions will just be, the ones, the pawns, moving around at the leader's command. Then there's Wolf Pack. Now, a wolf pack is a squad of mobile skirmishers and area harassment, aerial harassment, flying things, or any kind of, skirmisher that isn't just, difficult to hit, but is actually out of reach entirely. Boss fight. Every now and then, there's going to be a boss fight, and a boss is an overpowered solitary individual. Now, the basic unit template is X level, X HP, X, XYZ, X speed, X VP, 1/10 X D, D1 5 X F, and that's XYZ, XYZ, XX, YZ. Okay, and that's going to be creating all the different beings and the different universes that we're going to be visiting and the different realms, inner universes, outer universes, multiverses. Eventually, we should get to an omniverse where all the different realities are inside one over reality, though it might take us getting through a couple multiverses to get to that point. So then there's going to be skill challenges, and when you level up, the number of successes before half as many failures, every attempt costing stamina, and every fail taxing a healing surge or something like that. But there has to be some kind of negative, slap on the wrist, penalty for failing to do what you were supposed to do. Okay, now the monad size scale at -11. You have Fractal Machine Elves, and they are one googolith of the size of something. They are very small. A googol is 10 to the exponent of 100, or it has 100 zeros after the 1, and a googolith, or 1 divided by googol, is incredibly small. So Fractal Machine Elves are very tiny creatures. They're probably a lot smaller than your Sol. Your Sol is actually at the -35th exponent, so Fractal Machine Elves are way smaller than your Sol. Tiny. Like even vibrating strands of energy called gravitons in string theory. Fractal Machine Elves are way smaller than that. Way small. Think tiny. Really diminutive. Okay, so then after Fractal Machine Elves, we have Microverses. Now, a Microverse exists at 1/10,000th the size of something you would expect, so still real tiny. But what a Microverse is when a thought erupts and passes of consciousness, when consciousness is let out and it passes over a medium of matter, usually gas, but it could be solid or liquid states of matter too, then that fractals and reverberates the matter so that the matter actually goes into a dream state that is random and chaotic based on the consciousness that passed over it, and that'll cover microverses, and those are at 1/10,000th of the size. So then we get to vibrating strings. Those are the energy I was talking about, which just vibrating strands of energy making. They're called gravitons, and they just make up subatomic particles, which we're about to go into, and the vibrating strings are at 1080p, so they're small. And then we've got particles, and particles are 1/360, and atoms are the atoms exist at 118th the size that we do. So really small. An atom is 100th your size, and those make you up as a person, and there's only 118 of them. It's completely infallible. It's on the periodic table of elements, and we use those to figure out the rules of possibilities, just the possibilities of what could happen in space. Yeah. And then after atoms, we have molecules, which is 1/70th the size of me. And, molecules are formations of atoms. And, yep. And then the molecules make up cells and bacteria. And cells and bacteria aren't a whole lot bigger than molecules. Now, these cells and bacteria band together to make ants, little tiny spider-like horses. And then the spider-like horses evolve into spiders, and then the spiders become cats, and then a cat becomes a dog, and then the dog becomes a man or a humanoid. Could be a humanoid of any creature or creature type. And after humans, it goes pony, horse, elephant, whale, Dinosaur, and Skyscraper Trees, trees the size of skyscrapers, or trees so tall they scrape the sky, like redwoods or the cedar forest. And then it doesn't get much bigger than skyscraper trees until you get to mountains. Now, mountains are big. Think big mountain, okay? And then after mountains, and mountains are at times 100,000 your size. And then it gets bigger. It goes to continent. Now, a continent is actually 10 to the exponent of 10 your size. And then it doesn't get much bigger than that until you get to hemisphere. Now, when you get to hemisphere, there's only one thing larger than a hemisphere-sized thing, is a planetismal. Now, a planetismal object or being, if it has planetismal in its size description, that means it's the size of a planet. But it could be anything the size of a planet between like Mercury to Jupiter. So think Mercury and Jupiter. And the planet-sized, it's called planetesimal. And then after that you get solar, which is star scale, which is 10 exponent 15. And then it goes star cluster. Now a star cluster is a formation of stars that like each other, so they kind of hang out, around each other. Even when one star is moved someplace else in the galaxy, a lot of time stars will follow that star and stay in the same formation, so that the stars of the night sky don't change, but maybe you move to a different galaxy, or a lot of stuff happen. But anyways, after star cluster size, you get to Galactic Arm. Now, if you're the size of an arm of a galaxy, you're getting pretty big now, And the only thing bigger than a galactic arm is a galaxy itself, which is about the size of a googol. But it gets better. So, once we get galaxy sized, we're going to be taking on superclusters of galaxies. And even though a supercluster of galaxy has 10,000 galaxies in it sometimes, I still only listed it as about 4 times larger than a galaxy. So then after you're doing superclusters of galaxies, you just need to take on the entire cosmos, which is a Googolplex. And then after the entire cosmos, it gets multiverse, which is a Googolplex to the exponent of 2. And then multiverse, which is Googolplex to the exponent of 3. Multiverse, which is Googolplex to the exponent of 4. And then it goes Omniverse. And once you get to Omniverse, where all the different multiverses are inside the Omniverse, that's Googolplex to the exponent of 5. So that is 5 Googolplexes multiplying each other. So huge number. Think big. And oh wait, I still have more to cover now. So you think, okay, we're going to talk about armor and melee weapons and guns for a second. Okay, so armor scales to infinity. Armor just gets better. Armor has a subtraction check equal to its rating unless you have Armor Pro. We're going to be going into that later. If you get the perk Armor Pro, you can wear any armor and it won't affect your abilities. So if you're going to be wearing armor, you should probably get Armor Pro. After armor, we have melee weapons, and there are about 5 or 6 types of melee weapons I'm going to describe. One are light melee weapons. Light melee weapons use either your physique or agility to attack. Then you have one-handed or dual-wieldable, like light are quick weapons. One-handed are slightly larger, but still one-handed, so you can dual-wield them or wield them two-handed. But if you're getting a real big weapon, some weapons take 2 hands to use, and we call those two-handed weapons. Then there are piercing weapons and slashing and blunt weapons, and those can all be light, one-handed, or two-handed weapons, but the type of damage they do is different. When wielding a two-handed weapon, you get to add your physique modifier twice to both the attack and the damage. So then you have piercing, and piercing weapons, they have half the damage but double the penetration. So if you're having a tough time getting through something's armor and it doesn't look like it has much health, go for piercing attacks. Slashing. Slashing weapons are good for cutting open an opponent and having their blood pour out of them, because then you don't actually need to do that much damage to them because they'll just bleed out and die. So slashing weapons can be very useful. Blunt weapons are good for just sort of giving someone a message, knocking them back, knocking them down, things like that. Okay. And then after that, the only thing we need to do is cover guns. So, there are types of guns, and they all have stat ratings. You've got DMG, which is just damage. That shouldn't be capitalized, because having it capitalized makes it look like it's an acronym, when actually it's just a weird abbreviation, DMG for damage. You know, and they do have damage ratings. ECR, that is an acronym. That's effective combat range. Now, the effective combat range is how many feet away the weapon can be fired and still be accurate. Then there's ADS, that's aim down sight. That's, how much of a bonus do you get with your accuracy for looking down a scope, using the reflex sight or the iron sights of a weapon. And you can increase those by fine-tuning your weapon, getting laser pointers, maybe duct tape a flashlight to it or something. And then you have the weapon's attack, penetration. FR is fire rate. How many bullets can it fire in 6 seconds is important to know. Recoil, like how much kick does the gun have. Magazine size, like how many bullets can the gun shoot really quick. I mean, that's fire rate, so but no, magazine size is, the ammunition in the box container that you put into the gun. Okay. And then reload speed, how quickly can you put a new magazine into the weapon and start firing again. Okay, so that's what guns are like, but I'm going to go on for a little bit more, because there are about 6 or 7 types of guns. There are pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, light machine guns, snipers, and shoddy. Now, there is one more weapon I'm forgetting here, launchers, like rocket launchers. We just call them launchers, though, because we don't know what we're going to be launching. But, you use those whenever you see a squad in too tight of a formation, or if they're using a vehicle against you. It can be pretty easy. Like, you think you're safe in the vehicle, but all you need is someone with a launcher, and they'll just take that vehicle out, and everyone in the vehicle dies at the same time. So you might have been better off just running around, not in a vehicle. Okay, and that covers the first part of, what the game's going to be about. Now, on leveling up your character, just going to start reading these. And when you level up, you get about 3 points every time to choose what you're going to be putting points into. And I am just going to start reading down this list. This is like font size 7 or 4 or something. It's 5 columned and 3 pages. And I'm just going to read this all the way through. And yeah, these are your options. You have about 360 options to go through, and 12 categories. Each thing usually has about 10 different branches with 3 steps on every branch. Okay, so we're going to be talking about defense first. Now, your defense perks are Acrobat, aggressive defense, armed deflect, back-to-back, blood splatter, combat expertise, defensive stance, defensive strike, dodge. Okay, so defense 927, acrobat, DA, reflex bonus for movement, aggressive defense, DAD, defense bonus per attacks, armed, deflect, DRD, ARD, negate attacks with weapon, back-to-back, DBTB, defense bonus for adjacent allies, blood splatter, DBS, defense bonus after first blood, combat expertise DCE, trade attack for defense, defensive stance DDS, multiple defense bonuses, defensive strike DDES, gain defense bonus based on damage dealt, dodge DDO, dodge, reflex bonus on marked targets, acrobat DA, +1 to reflex defense for every 5 feet you move until the start of your next turn, acrobat improved, DAI, die, +2 reflex defense for every 5 feet you move until the start of your next turn, acrobat greater, DAG, dag, +3 to reflex defense for every 5 feet you move until the start of your next turn, aggressive defense, here, so you can see it. Defensive, aggressive defense, DAD. The first D is always for defense, so it's defense, aggressive, defense, and to find that fast you type in DAD. +2 to reflex defense for every attack you've made this round until the start of your next turn. Aggressive defense improved, DADI. The I is always for improved. +2 to reflex and fortitude defense for every attack you've made this round until the start of your next turn. Aggressive defense greater, DADG. +2 to reflex, fortitude, and will defense for every attack you've made this round until the start of your next turn. Armed deflect, DARD. Stamina cost 3, immediate interrupt, attack versus attack, negates attack. Armed deflect improved, DARDI. Stamina cost 1, immediate interrupt, attack versus attack, negates attack. Armed deflect greater, DARDG. Ranged attacks that target you provoke a ranged AoE attack of opportunity. Back-to-back. DBTB. +2 to all defenses when adjacent to an ally. The allies receive the bonuses as well. Back-to-back improved. DBTBI. +4 to all defenses when adjacent to an ally. The ally receives the bonuses as well. Back-to-back greater, DBTBG. +6 to all defenses when adjacent to an ally. The allies receive the bonuses as well. Blood splatter, DBS. +3 morale intimidation bonus to all defenses after slaying an enemy until blood is washed off. Blood splatter improved, DBSI. +6 morale intimidation bonus to all defenses after slaying an enemy until the blood is washed off. Blood splatter greater, GBSG. +9 morale intimidation bonus to all defenses after slaying an enemy until the blood is washed off. Combat expertise, DCE. On your turn, you can use your base attack 1/2 level as a bonus to your reflex defense instead of to your attack. Combat expertise improved, DCEI. On your turn, can use your base attack 1/2 level as a bonus to your fortitude and reflex defenses until the start of your instead of to your attack. Okay, I read that wrong. Combat expertise greater, DCEG. On your turn, you can use your base attack 1/2 level as a bonus to all your defenses instead of to your attack. Defensive stance, DDS. When lightly attacking defensively or in total defense, use combat expertise double the granted bonuses. Defensive stance improved, DDSI. When fighting defensively in total defense or using combat expertise, triple the bonuses granted. Defensive stance greater, DDSG. When lightly defensively attacking in total defense or in using combat expertise, quadruple the bonuses granted. Defensive strike. Defensive Strike. DDES. Stamina cost 3. Gain a bonus to reflex defense equal to the damage you do on the attack until the start of your next turn. Defensive Strike improved. DDESI. Stamina cost 3. Gain a bonus to fortitude and reflex defense equal to the damage you do on the attack until the start of your next turn. Defensive Strike greater. DDESG. Stamina cost 3. Gain a bonus to all defense equal to the damage you do on the attack until the start of your next turn. Dodge. DDO. Add your agility, speed, or intelligence modifier to reflex defense against a selected target and any marked targets. Dodge improved. Dodge greater. And that about covers defense, so we're going to be going into equipment. So those were the defense perks. Are they going to call them something else? We'll just keep calling them perks right now, and that's what seems to be in. That's what people like to hear. Equipment. Akimbo. Armor Pro. Armor Specialist. Gadget Pro. Monkey Grip. Rich. Shield. Vehicle Combat. Vehicle Pro. Weapon Defense. Weapon Proficiency Industrial. Weapon Proficiency Martial. Weapon Specialist. Equipment 13 to 39. Base perk acronym description. Akimbo, EA. Dual wielding bonuses. It's EA because the E stands for equipment and the A stands for akimbo. So, you're just going over that again. Okay. Armor Pro, EAP. Proficiencies in Armor. Armor Specialist. EAS. Receive armor rating as a bonus to defenses. Gadget Pro, EGP. Proficiencies in Gadgets. Monkey Grip, EMG. Wield larger sizes of weapons effortlessly. Rich, ER. Receive large payments of money, no questions asked. Shield, ES. Use shields to block attacks and bludgeoning weapon. Vehicle Combat, EVC. Use pilot skill to dodge attacks while on a vehicle. Vehicle Pro, EVP. Proficiencies in vehicles and methods of transportations. Weapon Defense, EWD. Bonuses to attack and weapon are also added to defenses. Weapon Proficiency Industrial, EWPI. Proficiencies with modern day and futuristic weapons. Weapon Proficiency Martial, EWPM. Proficiencies with martial weapons. Weapon Specialist, EWS. Attack bonus with weapons. There we go. Where was I? Weapon Specialist. Attack bonus with weapons. Akimbo, EA. Attacks with dual wielding cost 1 less action point. Akimbo improved. EAI. +3 to attack when dual wielding. Akimbo greater. EAG. +3 defense while dual wielding. Armor Pro, EAP. You do not take armor penalties for checks and defenses while wearing light and medium armor. Armor Pro improved. EAPI. Armor Pro improved. EAPI. You do not take armor penalties for checks and defenses while wearing heavy armor and light power armor. Armor Pro greater, EAPG. You do not take penalties for checks and defenses while wearing medium power armor and heavy power armor. Armor Specialist, EAS. Receive the AR armor rating of armor as a bonus to fortitude defense. Armor Specialist improved, EASI. Receive the AR armor rating of armor as a bonus to fortitude and will defense. Armor Specialist greater, EASG. Receive the AR armor rating of armor as a bonus to all defenses. Gadget Pro, EGP. You are proficient in using all simple gadgets. Ropes, crowbars, caltrops, nets, poles, grappling hooks, lassos, climber kits, magnifying glasses, flint and steel, miner picks, oil, lock, picks, shovels, duct tape, telescopes. Gadget Pro improved EGPI. You are proficient in all standard gadgets. Disguise makeup, cameras, smartphones, computers, radios, night vision goggles, surveillance gear, first aid kit, evidence kit, GPS tracking, gas-propelled grappling hook, and a glider. You can use all those things. Gadget Pro Greater, EGPG. You are proficient in using all complex gadgets, grav lifts, which use gravity to propel you, jetpacks, holograms, force fields, teleporters, stargates. Now, the difference between a grav lift and a jetpack is the grav lift will shoot you like a man cannon, but a jetpack is like a backpack that you wear with jets that help you fly around through rocket propulsion. Uh, Monkey Grip, EMG. Wield two-handed weapons single-handed without any penalties and lessen the penalties for wielding oversized weapons by 5. Also increases the stability rating on firearms by 5. Monkey Grip improved, EMGI. Wield large weapons without any penalties and lessen the penalties for wielding oversized weapons by 10. Also increase the stability rating on firearms by 10. Monkey Grip Greater, EMGG. Wield large two-handed weapons and single-handed without any penalties and lessen the penalties for wielding oversized weapons by 20. Also increase the stability rating on firearms by 20. Rich, ER. Receive 1,000 times your level plus your luck modifier every time you level up from inheritance, stock options, or winning a lottery. Rich improved, ERI. Receive 10,000 times your level plus your luck modifier every time you level up from inheritance, stock options, or winning a lottery. Rich Greater, ERG. Receive 100,000 times your level plus your luck modifier every time you level up from inheritance, stock options, or winning a lottery. Shield ES. In addition to a reflex defense bonus, you can actively block attacks. Okay, and Shield, of course, does have an improved and greater state, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump forward right now and go into health. Okay, health, 1030. Health skills, stamina, fortitude, die hard, diamond soul, durability, extra second wind, great fortitude, intense training, stamina recovery, stamina reservoir, superior second wind, toughness, die hard, HDH, because the H is for health, and die hard starts with a D, and the next word has an H, so it's HDH, die hard, in the health category. Stay conscious in the negatives. Diamond Soul, HDS, develop immunities. Durability, HDU, extra healing surges. Extra second wind, HESW, take an extra second wind in an encounter. Great fortitude, HGF, improved fortitude defense. Intense training, HIT, increase overall stats. Stamina recovery, HSR, increase stamina recharge. Stamina reservoir, HSTR, increase stamina track. Superior second wind, HSSW, second winds are more effective. It sounded like something was moving over there. Okay, we're in health. Stamina recovery, increase stamina recharge. Stamina reservoir, HSTR, increase stamina track. Superior second wind, HSSW, second winds are more effective. Toughness, HT, increase condition track. Die hard, HDH, you will stay conscious until -5 CT. Die hard improved, HDHI, you will stay conscious until death. Die hard greater, HDHG, you will stay conscious and able even while technically dead until the end of the encounter unless you are decapitated or blown apart. Diamond Soul, HDS, you will become immune to disease. Diamond Soul improved, HDSI. You will become immune to poisons. Diamond Soul greater, HDSG. You will have a resistance to magic and psionics equal to your level plus 10 that casters need to overcome in order to affect you. Durability, HDU, plus 2 healing surges. Durability improved, HDUI, plus 4 healing surges. Durability greater, HDUG, plus 6 healing surges. Extra second wind, HESW, take an extra second wind in an encounter, 2 total. Extra second wind improve, HESWI, take an extra second wind in an encounter, 3 total. Extra second wind greater, HESWG, take an extra second wind in an encounter, 4 total. Great Fortitude, HGF, increase your Fortitude defense by 5. Great Fortitude improved, HGFI, increase your Fortitude defense by 10. Great Fortitude greater, HGFG, increase your Fortitude defense by 15. Intense Training, HIT, plus 1 to all ability scores except luck. Intense Training improved, HITI, plus 1, an additional plus 1. Intense Training greater, HITG, an additional plus 1. Stamina Recovery, HSR. Increase your stamina RC recharge by plus 2. Stamina recovery improved, HSRI. Increase your stamina RC recharge by plus 4. Stamina recovery greater, HSRG. Increase your stamina RC recharge by plus 6. Stamina reservoir, HSTR. Increase your stamina total by 3. Stamina reservoir improved, HSTRI. Increase your total stamina by 6. Stamina reservoir greater, HSTRG. Increase your total stamina by 9. Superior second wind, HSSW. When taking second wind, if you will remove 10 from your negative modifiers instead of 5, you will instead use stamina. You regenerate stamina equal to your highest ability modifier instead of just your highest. Superior second wind improved, HSSWI. When taking a second wind, it will remove 15 from your negative modifier instead of 5, or if you're using it for stamina, you regenerate the stamina equal to your 3 highest ability modifiers instead of just your highest. Superior second wind greater, HSSWG. When taking a second wind, it will remove 20 from your negative modifier instead of 5, or when using it for stamina, you regenerate stamina equal to your 4 highest ability modifiers instead of your highest. Toughness, HT, plus 5 CT. Toughness improved, HTI, plus 10 CT. Toughness greater, HTG, plus 15 CT. The Cosmic Flux. Cosmic Flux, affect mind, aura, barrier, battle meditation, body, deflect, drain stamina, fear, flux sensitive, heal, jump, move object, push, resistance, revitalize, scream, serenity, shock, slow, speed, stun, suppression, throw, valor, wound. Note: most Cosmic Flux powers are encounter powers. You can use a hero point to recharge these powers to get another use of them in the encounter. Now, there should have been a page before this. Points was supposed to be first, but this was alphabetical, I think, so we got put to last. But, yep, this is the alphabetical version. I'm sorry. Alright, well, we'll keep reading anyways. Points was supposed to be first. Cosmic Flux, 2987. Affect mind, KFAM. Because the KF stands for Cosmic Flux, the K, and we use the K for Cosmic because when you spell Cosmic with a K instead of a C, it's supposed to imply like spirits and ghosts and gods and stuff like that. So it's that type of cosmic energy that we're going to be calling upon flowing through us, through our relationship to all things and all stuff. Affect mind, KFAM, forceful persuasion. Aura, KFAU, defense bonuses. Barrier, KFB, temporary CT bonus. Battle Meditation, KFBM, combat bonuses, attack, damage, will, RC, body, KFBO, transfer between CT and ST. Deflect, KFD, negate attacks. Drain, KFDS, drain CT. Drain stamina, KFDRS, drain CT. ST. Far seeing, KFF, learn info about target. Fear, KFFE, frightens targets. Flux sensitive, KFFS, multi-rolls with hero points. Heal, KFH, regenerate CT. Jump, KFJ, flux bonus to jump. Move object, KFMO, lift and throw objects and targets. Negate energy, KFNE, negate energy attacks with the flux. Push, KFP, throw and knock down target. Rebuke, KFRB, absorb or redirect power. Resistance, KFRS, flux resistance. Revitalize, bring target back from the dead. Scream, KFS, sonic damage, stuns and deafens targets. Serenity, KFSE, automatic succession after meditation. Automatic success after meditation. Shock, KFSH, electrical damage. Slow, KFSI, attack, action, reflex penalties. Speed, KFSP, speed and reflex bonus. Stun, KFST, target loses action points. Suppression, KFSU, cancels positive powers. Throw, KFT, throw weapon and have it return to you. Valor, KFV, increase party stats. Wound, KFW, deal damage to biological organisms. Affect mind, KFAM. Effect, add use the flux skill as a bonus to bluff, intimidate, and persuade checks. Affect mind improved, KFAMI. Encounter use, action cost 2, use the flux versus will defense, force target to do single action. Affect mind greater, KFAMG. Encounter use, action cost 3, use the flux versus will defense, force target to become an ally. Aura, KFAU, encounter use, action cost 1, plus 2 to all your defenses until the end of the encounter. Aura, KFAUI, encounter use, action cost 1, plus 2 to all your defenses until the end of the encounter. Aura greater, KFAUG, encounter use, action cost 1, plus 6 to all your defenses and your allies until the end of the encounter. Barrier, KFB, encounter use, action cost 1, temporary CT 10. Barrier improved, KFBI, encounter use, action cost 1, temporary CT 20. Barrier greater, KFBG, encounter use, action cost 1, temporary CT 30, and allies. Battle meditation, KFBM, encounter use, action cost 1, plus 2, attack, plus 2, damage, plus 2, will, plus 2, RC, you, and allies. Battle meditation improved, KFBMI, encounter use, action cost 1, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, and you and your allies. Battle meditation greater, KFBMG, encounter use, action cost 1, plus 6 attack, plus 6 damage, plus 6 will, plus 6 RC, and you and your allies. Body, KFBO, encounter use, action cost 2, convert at CT for ST, conversion rate is 1:1. Body improved, KFBOI, encounter use, action cost 2, convert CT for ST, conversion rate 1:2. The ratio is 1:2, so if you convert the CT to ST, for every CT point at improved, you get twice as much stamina. Body greater, KFBOG, encounter use, action cost 2, convert CT for ST conversion rate 1 to 3, so then it's times 3. Battle meditation body, okay, deflect, KFD, encounter use, negates attacks against your body. If the flux, use the flux versus attack, deflect improved, KFDI. Encounter use, negates attacks against your body. If the flux, you use the flux for attack, deflect, greater, KFDG. Encounter use, negates attacks after your body with the flux, use the flux versus attacks, redirect range attacks. Magic. Magic. Alchemy, alteration, arcane channeling, armored mage, bard, conjuration, destruction, dragon shaman, enchanting, illusion, mage, restoration, sorcerer, warlock, war mage, wizard. Magic, 1545, alchemy, M.A. The M is for magic, the A is for alchemy. Alchemy, M.A. Store known spells into potions, poisons, and oils. Alteration, M.A.L. Learn alteration magic. Armored Mage, M.A.M. Removes spell failure chance for armor. Bard, bardic music, bardic knowledge, inspire courage. Cleric, M.C. Lay of hands. Conjuration, M.C.O. Learn conjuration magic. Destruction, M.D. Learn destruction magic. Dragon shaman, M.D.S. Breath weapon, dragon skin, wings. Enchanting, M.E. Enchant items. Illusion, M.I. Learn illusion magic. Mage, M.M. Casting cost less stamina. Paladin, M.P. Smite evil and chaos. Restoration, M.R. Learn restoration magic. Warlock, M.W. Eldritch Blast, Invocation. War Mage, M.W.M. Extra damage and spells. Alteration, 1751. Absorb, M.S.A.A. So the MS stands for magic spell, and the AA stands for alteration absorb, because we're going into the smaller branches of the skill tree. Absorb, transfer CT, ST, or SAM from target to you. Burden, MSAB, increase weight target is carrying. Detect, MSAD, allows you to detect creatures and key items. Dispel, MSADI, removes magic-based effects. Feather, MSAF, reduces weight and falling damage. Jump, MSAJ, increase height and distance of jumps. Levitate, MSAL, allows three-dimensional movement through air. Lock, MSALO, locks a door or container forever. Open, MSAO, opens a door or container even if locked. Polymorph, MSAP, change target's creature type. Reflect, MSAR, reflect spell effect back at caster. Soul Trap, MSAST, when target is slain, their soul is imprisoned in the chosen object. Spell Absorption, MSASA, the target absorbs an attacking spell's stamina. Swift Swim, MSASS, increase target's swimming speed. Telekinesis, MSAT, lift and throw objects with magic. Water Breathing, MSAWB, lets target breathe underwater. Water Walking, MSAWW, lets the target walk on water. Conjuration, 412, summon creature. MSCSC, summons a creature. Summon weapon, MSCSW, summons a weapon. Teleportation, MSCT, transport target to chosen location. Turn undead, MSCTU, Undead are destroyed / flee. Destruction 927. Acid MSDA, acid damage. Damage MSDD, necrotic damage. Disintegrate MSDDI, destroys weapon or armor. Drain MSDDR, lowers target's CT/ST. Fire MSDF, fire damage. Frost MSDFR, frost damage. Shock MSDS, shock damage. Sound MSDSO, sonic damage, stun, shatter. Weakness MSDW, decreases resistance to elemental type. Enchanting 1339. Animate MSEA, lifeless object moves around on its own. Bane MSEB, bonuses attack and damage versus creature type. Brilliant Energy MSEBE, weapons go through unliving matter as if it weren't there. Defending MSED, magic attack bonus can be transferred to weapons defenses. Distance MSEDI, increase reach or range. Ghost Touch MSEGT, capable of harming incorporeal creatures. Infuse perk MSEIP, bestows perk upon weapon and its wielder. Merciful MSEM, weapon capable of dealing non-lethal damage. Returning MSER, weapon returns when thrown. Range weapons have unlimited ammo. Seeking MSES, attack bonus to weapon. Speed MSESP, extra attacks for weapons. Spell storing MSESS, store spells and weapon to be delivered upon attacks. Vorpal MSEV, criticals decapitate or cut off limbs. Illusion 1133. Blind MSIB, obscures vision, reducing hit chance. Calm MSIC, decreases target's inclination to attack. Chameleon MSICM, target blends into surroundings. Charm MSIC, increases target's disposition towards caster. Command MSICO, target is forced to carry out action. Frenzy MSIF, target attacks nearest creature. Invisibility MSII. Light MSIL, conceals the targets until they perform a standard action. Night Eye, target can see in the dark. MSIN. Paralyze MSIP, renders the target unable to move. Silence MSIS, dampens noise in area. Restoration 515. Cure MSRC, restores CT. Fortify MSRF, fortifies CTST SAM or skills. Resist MSRR, increase resistance to elemental damage. Restore MSRRE, restores CTST SAM if lowered by cursed poison. Remove MSRRM, removes negative actions effects. Alchemy MA, store known spells into potions, poisons, and oils. Alchemy improved, alchemy greater, alteration, learn alteration magic, alteration improved. Armored Mage, remove spell failure chance. Bard, bardic knowledge, inspire courage. Cleric, lay of hands. Cleric, turn undead. Cleric, divine magic. Conjuration, conjuration improved. Conjuration, destruction. Dragon, shaman, breath weapon. Dragon, shaman, dragon skin. Guess I'll read the Psychic page next, because that's like magic still. Psychic. Astral Projection. PSAP, because the PS stands for Psychic. Project ethereal version of yourself. Bilocation, PSB. Transport yourself. Chirokinesis, PSC. Cold damage. Inception, PSI. Force sleep, invade dreams, and train in meditation. Material phasing, MP? MFP? wrong. Pass through solid objects. Precognition, PSP. Gain bonus to initiative, attack, and defense. Psionic weapon, PSPW. Forge weapons out of psionic energy. Psi camo, PSPC. Become unperceivable. Psychokinetics, PSPK. Use psionics to bolster melee attacks. Psychometrics. Discover the history of an object touched. Pyrokinesis, PSPYR. Fire damage. Telekinesis, PST. Move objects at a distance. Telepathy, PSTE. Read minds. Time dilation, PSTD. Slow down reality to react quicker. Astral projection, PSAP. Unlocks astral projection skill. Projects an astral body capable of flying, moving through walls, traveling to other planes, and fighting ghosts. Astral projection improved. PSAPI. +5 astral projection skill can possess targets. Astral projection greater. +10 astral projection skill capable of using all psionic abilities in astral form. Bilocation. Unlocks bilocation skill. Biomass location is a psychic type of teleportation. You can teleport a number of feet equal to your check made. Bilocation improved. +5 bilocation skill. You can teleport a number of feet to 2 times the check made. Bilocation greater. PSPBG. +10 bilocation skill. You can teleport a number of feet equal to 3 times the check made. Chirokinesis, PSC. Unlocks a chirokinesis skill. PSC. Verse reflex. Deal cold damage with your mind by concentrating damage dealt equal to PSC skill points. If this check overcomes target fortitude defense, target is immobilized. Chirokinesis improved. PSCI. +5 chirokinesis skill. Successful attack automatically immobilizes target. If check beats fortitude defense, target is frozen. Chirokinesis greater. +10 chirokinesis skill. Successful attack automatically freezes target. Inception. Inception, PSI. Unlocks Inception skill. Force sleep on target, invade dreams, and train in dream world. Inception improved. PSII. +5 Inception skill. Inception greater. PSIG. +10 Inception skill. Material phasing, PSMP. Unlocks material phasing skill. Pass or phase through solid matter. The denser the matter, the harder the check. Material phasing improved. PSMPI. +5 material phasing skill. Material phasing greater. PSMPG. +10 material phasing skill. Precognition, PSP. Unlocks precognition skill. Sense danger, incoming attacks, and gain a bonus to your own attacks by predicting trajectories. Precognition skill added. Precognition improved. PSPI. +5 precognition skill. Precognition greater. PSPG. +10 precognition skill. Psionic weapon. PSPW. Unlocks a psychic weapon skill. Creates simple weapons out of psionic energy. Psionic weapon improved. PSPWI. +5 psionic weapon skill. Psionic weapon greater. +10 psionic weapon skill. PSI camo. Or Psi camo. Psi camo. PSPC. Unlocks Psi camo skill. Become unperceivable. Psi camo improved. +5 Psi camo skill. Psi camo greater. PSPCG. +10 Psi camo skill. Psychokinetics. PSPK. Unlocks Psychokinetics. Use psionics to bolster melee attacks. Psychokinetics improved, +5 psychokinetics. Psychokinetics greater, +10 psychokinetics. Psychometrics. Unlocks Psychometrics PSPM. Unlocks Psychometrics. Skill. You discover the history of the object touched. Psychometrics improved, PSPMI, +5 psychometrics. Skill. Psychometrics greater, PSPMG, +10 psychometrics. Skill. Pyrokinesis, PSPY. Unlocks a pyrokinesis skill. Fire damage. Pyrokinesis improved, PSPYI, +5 pyrokinesis skill. Pyrokinesis greater, PSPYG, +10 pyrokinesis skill. Telekinesis, PSTK, unlocks telekinesis skill. Moves an object. Alright, we're gonna be almost through. I should have read this part here first. I am reading these out of order. I guess I can always read them again sometime if anyone ever cared. Points, 1 point. And this was supposed to be in the front. 1.6 Adrenaline Defense, 1.7 Adrenaline Grands, 1.10 Epic Destiny, 1.1 Focus, 1.8 Grim Reaper Courage, 1.9 Grim Reaper Sprint, 1.2 Heroism, 1.3 Larger Than Life Hero, 1.4 More Heroic, 1.5 VATS. VATS stands for Vault-Tec Auto Targeting, and we'll be going into that later. Points, Adrenaline Defense, POAD, P-O-A-D. Use Speed Burst to bolster defenses. Adrenaline Lands, P-O-A-G, greater. Speed Burst Generation. Epic Destiny, P-O-E-D. Instead of leveling up, you have the option to receive the Destiny points. Extra Destiny points. Focus, P-O-F, extra D20 rolls per round. Grim Reaper Courage, P-O-G-R-C, regenerate hero points by killing enemies. Grim Reaper Sprint, P-O-G-R-S, regenerate speed burst by killing enemies. Heroism, P-O-H, use extra hero points on individual checks. Larger Than Life Hero, P-O-L-I-L-H. P-O-L-I-L-H, yeah, okay, larger than, P-O-L-T-L-H. Increase dice size of hero points. More heroic, P-O-M-H. Generate hero points quicker. VATS, P-O-V. Use extra speed burst on your turn. Adrenaline Defense. You can use an ADP to give a defense of your choice +3 bonus, either as an effect until the end of the round or to one attack as an immediate interrupt. Adrenaline Defense improved, +6 bonus. Adrenaline Defense greater, +9 bonus. Adrenaline Glands. Instead of receiving an adrenaline point after every 2 encounters, you receive 1 after every encounter. Adrenaline Glands improved to 2 adrenaline points from each encounter. Adrenaline Glands greater, 3 adrenaline points from each encounter. Epic Destiny. When you reach 1000 XP, instead of leveling up, you have the option to receive 2 Destiny points for the XP. Epic Destiny improved, 3 Destiny points. Epic Destiny greater, 4 Destiny points. Focus. You have an extra D20 roll for the round. Focus improved. You have 2 extra D20 rolls for the round. Focus greater. You have 3 extra D20 rolls for the round. Grim Reaper Courage. After slaying an enemy, you regenerate a hero point you used against that enemy. Grim Reaper Courage improved. You can regenerate up to 2 hero points used on that enemy. Grim Reaper Courage greater. You regenerate up to 3 hero points used on that enemy. Grim Reaper Sprint. If you have killed being this round, you'll regenerate an ADP used this round. Grim Reaper Sprint improved. You can regenerate up to 2 ADP using on that enemy. Grim Reaper Sprint greater. You can regenerate up to 3 ADP used on that enemy. Heroism. You can use 2 hero points on a single check. Heroism improved. You can use 3 hero points on a single check. Heroism greater. You can use 4 hero points on a single check. Larger than life hero. Hero points are D8s instead of D6. Larger than life hero improved. Hero points are D10s instead of D8s. Larger than life hero greater. Hero points are D12s instead of D10s. More heroic. Gain 2 hero points after every encounter instead of 1. More heroic improved. Gain 3 hero points after every encounter instead of 1. More heroic greater. Gain 4 hero points after every encounter instead of 1. That's. Use an extra adrenaline point on your turn. That's improved. Be able to use 3 adrenaline points on your turn. That's greater. Be able to use 4 adrenaline points on your turn. Okay. I guess I won't be reading those. Oh, I'm about to come back to this part right here at the end, but I've got one more page to read. So, these pages take about 30 minutes each to read, I guess. Martial Arts. Skill, Martial Arts. 1236, Deflect, Equilibrium. Flurry of Blows, Fusion Dance, Ki Blast, Ki Flow, Ki Power Up, Ki Strike, Ninjutsu, Unarmored Pro, Versatile Strike, Wrestler, Martial Arts. Deflect, MAD, Negate Attack with Fist. Equilibrium, MAE, Use Martial Arts with Weapons. Flurry of Blows, MAFOB, Extra Martial Arts Attacks. Fusion Dance, MAFD, Fuse while willing target to temporarily become a super fighter. Ki Blast, MAKB, Focus Body Energy for Blast Attack. Ki Flow, MAKF, Use Ki for restorative effects. Ki Power Up, MAKP, Focus Ki to increase SAM. Ki Strike, MAKS, Enhance unarmed attacks with Ki. Ninjutsu, MAN, Combine gadgets, stealth, and mobility with martial arts. Unarmored Pro, MALIP, Bonuses to reflex when unarmored. Versatile Strike, MAVS, Deal bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage with your fist. Wrestler, MAW, Improved Grapple. Deflect, MAD, Stamina cost 1, make an opposing attack against a melee attack to negate it. Deflect improved, you may also direct martial range attacks or elemental energy attack if you have a Ki Strike, or ballistics if you have greater Ki Strike. Deflect greater, MADG. Instead of just deflecting attacks, you either counter-attack melee or redirect attack range. Equilibrium, MAE. You may use your martial arts with melee weapons. Equilibrium improved. MAEI. You may use your martial arts with firearms. Equilibrium greater. MAEG. You may use your martial arts with exotic, improvised, and futuristic weapons. Flurry of Blows, MAFOB. Make 2 attacks instead of 1, each with a -2 penalty. SC1, Act 3. Flurry of Blows improved, MAFOBI. No -2 penalty. Flurry of Blows greater, MAFOBBG. 3 attacks. Fusion Dance. MAFD, Fusion Dance improved. MAFDI, Fusion Dance greater. MAFDG. Ki Blast. MAKB, Act 3. Range 10 feet X. Ki. Will damage UA unarmored attack. Plus Ki, plus Ki will. Stamina cost 3 for every additional point you spend. You can either increase the damage by 5 or blast diameter by 5 feet. Ki Blast improved, MAKBI. You can also channel your Ki into a beam. Act 6. Stamina cost 5. Range Ki will times 20 feet damage unarmed plus key will penetration damage times 2. You can spend additional stamina to increase the damage and penetration by 5/10. Ki blast greater MAKBG. You can also channel your ki into a blast attack. Act 6 stamina 5 range ki will times 10 diameter ki will times 5 damage UA KW plus 5 per extra SP. You can also increase diameter blast by 10 foot per stamina point. Ki flow. MAKF. You can heal certain conditions by touching the subject and spending one of your healing surges. The conditions that can be removed are blinded, confused, dazed, dazzled, deafened, dying, nauseated, paralyzed, sickened, stunned, and unconscious. Ki flow improved. MAKFI. You can spend a healing surge and heal a target as if they had taken a second wind. Ki flow greater. MAKFG. You are never caught flat-footed or surprised. You can sense people even if they are silent and invisible, and add your wisdom bonus to initiative. Ki strike. Add your ki will modifier to attack, and your unarmed attacks count as magic weapons. Ki strike improved. MAKSI. Ki will modifier to attack and damage, and your unarmed attacks are infused with your alignment examples lawful good. Ki strike greater. MAKSG. Your unarmed attacks count as adamantium weapons plus 10 damage. Ki power up. MAKP. You channel your ki to increase your physical prowess for each stamina point and spend your increased movement speed by 15 feet and gain a +3 bonus to any check you attempt and a +3 bonus to your defense in round. And you also take a 1 damage for each stamina point spent. Ki power up improved. MAKPI. You only take 1 damage for every 2 stamina points spent. Ki power up greater. MAKPG. You no longer take damage for using the ability. Ninjutsu, MAN. Ninjutsu improved, MANI. Ninjutsu greater, MANG. Unarmored Pro, MAU. When not wearing armor, you add your wisdom. Anyway, we're going to stop right there for martial arts. So then we have melee. Oh my god. Maybe I should speed up how fast I'm reading this. Okay, melee skills, power attack, melee, 1030, cleave, combat reflexes, counterattack, DP, knock, lunge strike, multi-attack, parry, passive aggressive, rage, sweep. Melee, 1030, cleave, MEC, extra attacks for dropping opponents. Combat reflexes, MECR, make extra opportunity attacks. Deep penetration, MEDP, bonus penetration for piercing attacks. Knock. MEK. Bonus for bludgeoning attacks for knocking target. Prone. Lunge strike. Thrust forward for attack and damage bonus. Multi-attack. MEMA. Make extra melee attacks. Parry. MAP. Negotiate attacks. Passive aggressive. MEPA. No attack of opportunity for trip and disarm attempts. Rage. MER, temporary phi, and bonuses, it's physique and endurance. Sweep, MES, melee attack, targets multiple opponents. Cleave, MEC, after dropping an enemy, you may make 1 extra attack, stamina cost 2. Cleave improved, MECI, after dropping any enemy, you continue to make extra attacks without using action points, stamina cost 2. Cleave greater, MECG, after dropping enemy, may make extra attacks, and you may continue moving to new targets so long as the total movement doesn't exceed your speed. Stamina cost 2. Note, with the cleave, extra attacks you are making are the same type that dropped the target. Combat reflexes, MECR. Combat reflexes improved, MECRI. Combat reflexes greater, MECRG. DP, MEDP. +3 penetration for our piercing attacks. DP improved, MEDPI. +6 penetration for our piercing attacks. DP greater, MEDPG. +9 for penetration. +9 penetration for piercing attacks. Knock. MEK, plus 5 attack versus fortitude for bludgeoning attacks for determining if the attack knocks target prone or pushes them back. Knock improved MEKI, plus 10 attack versus fortitude for bludgeoning attacks for determining if the attacks knocks target prone or pushes them back. Knock greater, plus 15 attack versus fortitude for bludgeoning attacks for determining if the attack knocks target prone or pushes them back. Lunge strike, MEL, MEL. You thrust forward to a distance equal to your movement speed, gaining a bonus to attack and damage equal to your speed modifier, SC3. Lunge strike improved, MELI. Attack and damage plus 5. Lunge strike greater, MELG. Attack and damage plus 10. Multi-attack, MEM, stamina points make an extra melee attacks. All extra attacks have a plus 10, minus 10 penalty cost. 2 extra stamina points and cost 1 action point. Multi-attack improved, MEMI, plus minus 5 penalty attack, cost 1 extra stamina, 1 action point. Multi-attack greater, MEMG, no penalty, no extra cost, 1 action. Parry, MEP. As an immediate interrupt, make an attack versus their attack to negate it. Stamina cost 1. Parry improved, MEPI, plus 5 on parry attempts. Parry greater, MEPG, plus 10 on parry attempts. Passive aggressive, MEPA, no attack of opportunity with trip attempts, sunder, overrun, or disarm. Passive aggressive improved, MEPAI, plus 5 to attempts. Passive aggressive greater, MEPAG, plus 10 attempts. Rage, MER. Last number of rounds equal to your new endurance modifier gives you a plus 4 bonus to Fallion and Physique endurance. When Rage expires, you receive 4 fatigue points. Cost 1 HS action 2 Rage improve MERI, plus 8 endurance and Physique 2 fatigue points. Action 1 plus 12 Rage greater, MERG, plus 12 Physique and endurance, 0 fatigue points. Action cost 0. Sweep, MES. Arcing melee attack that targets all enemies in front of you. Stamina cost 2. Sweep improved. Arcing melee attack that targets all enemies in front of you and on your sides. Sweep greater, MESG. Arcing melee attack that targets all enemies around. And so as long as the weapons range is just a radius around you now. You get, I think there's a enchantment to enhance that, the weapons range. Sword, or firearm even. Meta power. Blast, burst, channeling, cone, empower, enlarge, exclude, extend, heighten, mass, maximize, permanent, quicken, ray shield, silent, still, sudden, twin, wall, widen. Meta power 3193. Admixture, MPA, add additional spell power. Blast, MPB power spell is released as a blast. Bolt, MPBO. Shape power spell into bolts capable of knocking down targets. Burst, MPBU. Bold power explodes on impact. Channeling, MPC. Deliver power spell through weapon. Cone, MPCO. Shapes power into cone. Delay, MPD. Power effects are delayed. Empower, MPE. Increase numerical effects by 50%. Enlarge, MPE in doubles range. Exclude, MPEXC. Excludes target from affected area. Explosive, MPEXP. Creatures are blasted to edge of affected area. Extend, MPEXT. Doubles duration. Heighten, MPH. Increase attack and damage. Mass, MPM. Many targets. Maximize, MPMX. Multiplies numerical effects. Non-lethal, MPN. Damage can be non-lethal. Permanent, MPP. Effect lasts a long time. Quicken, MPQ. Decrease action cost, Ray, MPR. Shape and power as Ray. Repeat, MPRE. Cast again next round. Sculpt, MPS alter affected area. Shield MPSH shape and power as protective shield. Silent MPSI cast without noise. Still MPSI cast without moving. Sudden MPSU cast as free action. Transdimension MPT affects creatures in coexistent planes and extra-dimensional spaces. Twin MPT cast twice. Wall MPW shape and power into a wall. Widen doubles area. Word instantaneous effect. Admixture MPA stamina cost base spells power. Add the spells powers effects together and deliver them as one powerful attack. Admixture improved. Be able to mix the effects of 3 spells or powers together that are available to you. Admixture greater. Be able to mix the effects of 4 spells or powers together that are available to you. Blast. Stamina cost +1, action cost +1. The spell power is shaped into a blast with a width and length equal to your key modifier times 5 feet. Attack versus reflex. Blast improved. MPBI. Stamina cost +2x plus action cost plus the spell power is shaped into a blast with a width and length equal to your key modifier times 5 feet plus 5x, where x is the additional stamina you spend on the attack. Attack versus reflex. Enemies caught in the blast are knocked prone if that attack beats their fortitude defense. Blast greater. MPBG. Stamina cost +3 plus X. Action cost +2. Spell power is shaped into a blast with a width and length equal to your key modifier plus your level times 5 feet plus 10x 10 feet, where X is the additional stamina you spend on the attack. Attack versus reflex. Enemies caught in the blast are knocked prone and thrown an extra 5 feet for every point that Fort Death is overcome. Bolt MPBO. Stamina cost +1. The spell power is shaped into a bolt. Range 60 feet. Attack versus reflex. Bolt improved. MPBOI. Stamina cost +1. The spell power is shaped into a bolt. Range 60 feet. Attack versus reflex. Enemies hit are knocked prone if attack beats their fortitude defense. Bolt greater. MPBOG. Stamina cost 1. The spell power is shaped into a ball to range 60 feet. Attack versus reflex. Enemies hit are knocked prone and thrown an extra 5 feet for every point their fortitude defense is overcome. Burst MPBU. Stamina cost +2. The spell power is shaped into a ball that explodes as a burst on impact with a diameter equal to your key modifier plus 5 feet. Attack versus reflex. Range 30 feet km. Burst improved. MBPBUL. Stamina cost +3x. The spell is shaped into stamina cost and explodes on impact with a diameter equal to your key modifier. Attack versus reflex. Range 40 FTX KM plus X. Deals bonus damage 5x. Enemies caught in the burst are knocked prone if attack beats their fortitude defense. First grader MPBUG. Stamina cost +4 plus X. Spell power is shaped into a ball that explodes on a burst upon impact with a diameter equal to your key modifier plus 10 feet plus X 10 feet. Attack first reflex. Range 100 feet KM plus X. Deals bonus damage 3 levels plus 5x. Enemies caught in the burst are knocked prone and thrown an extra 5 feet for every point that their fortitude defense is overcome. Channeling NPC. Stamina cost, spell power, base cost, weapon, mobility skills. Almost done. Mobility skills: free running, reflex, evasion, fast movement, flash step, gears of war, sprint, leap, levitation, run, run and gun, skirmishing, spring attack, wall run, mobility. Evasion, MOE, reflex bonuses against area of effect attacks, fast movement, MO. FM increases movement speed, flash step. MOFS, sudden movement causes enemy to lose sight of you. Gears of war, sprint. MOGOWS, sprint while crouched. Leap, MOL, increase jump checks. Level, levitation, MOLE, focused body energy for movement through air. Run, MOR, use stamina to increase movement speed. Run and gun, MORG, reduce penalties for moving and shooting. Skirmishing, MOS, bonus for moving. Spring attack, shift after attacking. Wall run, be able to run and across walls. Evasion, MOE, +5, reflex versus area of effect attacks. Evasion improved, MOEI. +10, reflex versus area of effects. Attacks, evasion greater, MOEG. +15 versus area effects of attacks. Fast movement, MOF, increase your movement speed by 10 feet. Fast movement improved, MOFI. Increase your movement speed by 20 feet. Fast movement speed greater, MOFG. Increase your movement speed by 30 feet. Flash step, MOFS. Stamina cost 5, action cost 0. This is not teleportation, you are just moving so fast that no one can see you. You can move up to your movement speed. Enemies must succeed a spot check. 15, plus your movement speed or be flat-footed against you. Flash step, improved, MOFSI. The stamina cost is 3, flash step greater, MOFSG. You have the option of leaving behind an after image that the last round for every additional stamina point you spend confusing enemies. Gears of War Sprint, MOGWS, remain crouched for 30% of your movement speed. Gears of War Sprint, improved, MOGWSI, remain crouched for 60% of your movement speed. Gears of War Sprint greater, MOSG, WSG, remain crouched for 100% of your movement speed. Leap, MOL, be able to standing vertical jump 15% your movement, horizontal jump 30% your movement speed, or 50% with a running start. Leap improved, MOLI, vertical 20%, horizontal 40% to 75%. Leap greater, MOLG, vertical 30%, horizontal 50%, 100%. Levitation, MOLE, concentrate energy into your body to lift yourself off the ground to maximum heights equal to your movement speed, running at 10 feet around, only being able to move up and down. Act 3 SC3, levitation improved, MOLEI. You move in directions to levitation greater, MOLEG. Act 2 SCI1. As you may move at speed equal to your movement. Run, MOR. Spend a stamina point to move twice your movement speed. Run improved, MORI. 2 stamina times 3 movement speed. Run greater, MORG. 3 stamina times 4 movement speed. Run and gun, MORGU. Reduce penalties for moving and shooting by 5. Run and gun improved, MORGUI. Reduce penalties for moving and shooting by 10. Run and gun greater, MORGUG. No penalties for moving and shooting. Skirmishing, +10 to attack for every 5 feet you've moved. Skirmishing improved, +10 bonus to attack and defense for every 5 feet you've moved. Skirmishing greater, enemies have to make a spot check equal to your movement divided by 5 or lose sight of you. Spring attack, MOSA, shift 10 feet after making an attack. 1. Spring attack improved, MOSAI, shift 20 feet after making an attack. SCI1. Spring attack greater, MOSAG, shift 30 feet after making an attack. SC1. Wall run, MOW. Be able to wall run 30% of your movement speed, and if you are falling within reach of a wall, reduces your damage by 30% or your movement speed. Wall run improved, MOWI. Be able to wall run 60% of your movement speed, and if you are falling within reach of a wall, you reduce falling damage by 60% of your movement speed. Wall run greater, MOWG. Be able to wall run 100% of your movement speed. Personality skills: handle animal, intimidate, bluff, persuade, challenge. 1030, animal companion, calm, challenge, custom pro, familiar, feint, intimidate, leadership, negotiate, suggestion. Personality 1030. Animal companion, PAC, charm animals into followers. Calm, PC, turn hostile targets neutral. Challenge, PCH, marked targets. Custom pro, PCP, Bonuses to personal custom use. Familiar, PF, charm small creatures into following you, granting you a bonus. Feint, catch opponent off guard with clever maneuvers. Intimidate, use the fear as a method of coercion. Leadership, attract a companion. Negotiate, unlock dialogue options and lower and raise prices. Suggestion, give allies actions on your turn. Animal Companion, PAC, charm a medium-sized animal into following you around. Animal Companion improve, PACI, charm 2 medium or 1 large animal into following you around. Animal Companion greater, PACG, charm 3 medium or 1 medium large animal into following you around, or 1 huge animal. Calm, PC, perverse will turns hostile target into neutral. Calm, improved, PCI, calm ability has a burst area equal to your personality modifier. Calm greater, PCG, AOE, can encompass all in sight or earshot. Challenge, PCH, by carrying out an attack or by attacking them, you will mark them. When marked, target attacks anyone other than you. The remainder of the round, they receive a penalty to their attack equal to your personality modifier. Challenge improved, PCHI. You may challenge a number of targets equal to your personality modifier. Challenge greater, PCHG. You have a bonus to attacks and defense against marked targets equal to your personality modifier, and when marked targets make attacks that don't include you as a target, that provokes an attack of opportunity. Custom Pro, PCP, additional +3 bonus to personal custom. Custom Pro Improve, PCPI, additional +6 bonus to personal custom. Custom Pro Greater, PCG, PCPG, 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 additional +9 bonus to personal custom. Familiar, PF, charm small creatures into following you, giving you a +5 bonus to skill and capable of making diminutive attacks. Familiar improved, additional creature or double bonus. Familiar, additional creature or triple bonus. Feint, perverse will, removes ability modifier from reflexes defense for next attacks. Feint improved, PFEI, +5 to feint attacks. Feint greater, PFEG, +10 to feint attacks. Intimidate, PI, use fear as a method of coercion. You can also use to frighten or scare off adversaries. Perverse will. That came out pretty funny. Like, per is the abbreviation of personality, and will is like will defense, and so it's per verse will. That sounds so funny to say. This is a personality versus will defense, because those are the aligning, opposing forces. The per verse will, man, that sounds weird. Intimidate, improved PII, and +5 to intimidate. Intimidate greater, +10 to intimidate. Leadership, you attract a companion that will adventure with you. Leadership improved, 2 companions. Leadership greater, 3 companions. Suggestion, in combat, it only targets allies. Outside of combat, it can target anyone. Perverse will. Suggestion, improved, PSI. The action they are making receives a bonus equal to your per mod. Suggestion greater, PSG, per mod +5. Negotiate, PN, turn neutral or unfriendly targets into friendly or helpful ones, and also buy and raise and lower sell prices in non-corporate traders, +5, +10, and that about covers all the leveling up stuff, but this should take less than 15 minutes to read, but I just wanted to say what the stats, abilities, modifiers are. So you got physique, or phi, which is spelled PHYSIQUE, which affects fortitude defense, carrying capacity, melee attacks, and damage, melee attacks and melee damage, recoil reduction, and it increases the stamina track. endurance, E-N-D, endurance, fortitude defense, condition track, body toughness, healing surges, recoil reduction, increased stamina track, agility, AGI, reflex offense, action points, range attack, stamina track, stamina recharge rate, speed, SPE, reflex defense, speed burst, SPB, movement speed, stamina track, stamina recharge rate, personality, PER, will defense, persuasion, leadership, inspiration, mental abilities, magic and arcane, mystical, divine, primordial abilities, stamina reservoir, wisdom, WIS, will defense, hero points, leadership, strategy, mental abilities, magic, arcane, mystical, divine, primordial abilities, stamina reservoir, intelligence, skill points, leadership, tactics, mental abilities, magic, arcane abilities, technology, luck, LUC, attacks, defenses, skills, criticals, pretty much everything maxes out at 20. And yeah, the game never really got to a functioning level, and I couldn't even get people to play with me after I basically around when I hit drinking age, like 21. I just couldn't get this game to work anymore, but it was fun while it lasted. I actually got a little bit too into it, I think, and sure has given me a lot to think about. I think that about covers the rules for what they were worth. Okay, and I'm just gonna start loading it up. Guess I'll stop here and get to work making a bunch of useless stuff. Just want to let it go for 10 more minutes, so that's 2 hours. I could have recorded for 1 more hour. I ran out of stuff to read. So there we go.